when you hear about African aid, what does it mean to you? Are you able to ask question? Why is it only Africa they are giving aid? From the beginning of the United Nations, they have been giving Africa aid. And whenever any government change in Africa, if you noticed, the first thing that government do is to start to travel from one country to another country in Europe. If you ask, they will tell you that they are looking for support because the past government has looted all the treasuries. And if himself left that seat, when the next one comes, it will repeat the same thing. And each of these governments, they will go from south to west, west to north to east of Europe, seeking for loans here and there. Sometimes they will come up with their own idea that they are coming to Africa to do this, to do that. Different names, different foundations. The question is this. Let's ask ourselves, how these aids they are giving to Africa, are they giving it out of their generosity, or they are giving it out of their mind, or they are giving it to Africa to exploit the African? And this is another question again we need to ask ourselves. Are we able to ask our leaders, why must you have to go and ask for help? Why may they just come with different kind of aids and just accept? Why can't we on our own utilize the work we have to solve our own problems? And they've been bringing all these aids for years. Still, Africa did not grow. Rather, Africa are going backward every day by day. Many of the currencies in Africa, when you hear it, when you hear the names, you even ask which country is that. You realize that the currency is nowhere to find. It's nothing. It has no any value. If we count it in Africa, if I'm not mistaken, maybe only 3 or 4 Africa that you can say they have a good currency. The rest, nothing to write about. And these are the currency that God has blessed. God has endowed them with a lot of potential, with a lot of natural resources. But what do you see? You see their leader flying here and there, buying property here and there in those Europes. Why and when will all these things go to stop? Let's ask ourselves in 50 years to come, where will Africa be? What I'm saying now, if you say it don't concern you, remember you have children. And what will be the future hold for those your children? Every day by day, different companies, different industry is coming up in Europe. And daily, all the companies in Africa, they are liquidating, they are closing down in Africa. Gradually, all the companies in Africa, they are closing down. Ask yourself, in your own country, ask how many companies is there in your village? How many companies do you have in your village? And the funny part of it is that when all those people are in government, they pretend as if they don't know what is happening. Moment they lost that seat or they are no more in that government, they came back to criticize that government, that they are this, they are that. Many of the governors, if they fall sick today, there is no single hospital in their state that take care of them. They have to fly them abroad. Use the taxpayer money to go and take care of themselves. I said it many times. There will be no angel from any part of the world that will come to save Africa if the Africa refused to liberate themselves, to save themselves. How many times have you seen when the changing of government happened in Europe, that the president will fly down to Africa, be touring Africa from one place to another? Never. They can only send their delegates to go there outsourcing and check what can we get. But we see our own leader, he will pack like 20, 30 people follow him. They will travel together. Even sometimes you see them in clubs, do some uncertain things, unspeakable things. How many we've seen like that? And where will the African leader begin to think? And to some of you now who are in that government, you pretend as if nothing concerns you because you are getting some free money. But remember, tomorrow you will not be there. And what will be the future of your children? No matter how much money you kept. We've seen many of you like that before, who believe that with all the money that he has, Bible said a fool hiding the wealth when he does not know who's going to spend it. In his own mind, he said, I have more than enough to eat, I have enough money in my food. And Bible said that very day will take his life. What I'm saying today, it's applicable to everyone. It applies to you too. If you find yourself in any office, always remember you'll not be in that office tomorrow. Do what is needful, that when other person come, they can say one good thing about you. And to you, most of you African leaders, for some of you who are aspiring to be in the leaders, who are aspiring to be in one office or another, utilize your resources very well. We have more than enough in Africa to take care of Africa, to take us to our glory land, to take us to our best place, to make us live comfortable. It's a shame that we have to run to Europe, we have to save a lot of money to travel to Europe. Still, we go there and do some minor jobs. Some unspeakable jobs that many people are doing in Europe, despite the level of our education in Africa. Go and look at them. Some will not tell you, some will tell you. Many doctors, go and see them what they are doing in Europe. Doctor, yes. They don't give them that job. Only few of them get that job. Many people who study economists in Africa, go and look at them who have the brilliant idea. Go and look at them in Europe, the kind of job they are doing. Some don't even have the job, they're just living there. Because there's a light, the road is okay. Just little thing they cannot get from Africa is there. They decide to stay over there. Not because they have money. It's a high time we ask all this our leader. Let us hold them accountable. The Europe they are traveling to, there are people who hold them accountable. They ask their leader, if you are not doing well, they remove you. They vote them out. Why is only we Africa that we refused? Whenever they come to us, they give us some money, we start to praise them. Some people have been in this government for over 30, 40 years. They are still there. And when they are rating them one of the richest men in Africa, ask them where is their industry. The only industry they have is to sit in the government. Either the government is doing good or is not doing good. They don't care. They just want to be in that government in respect of any position they can lay their hand on. Different portfolios. May God save Africa from the hand of all these vampires who have decided in their heart to suck all the Africa dry. I'm talking to someone who are listening. Any part of the world you are listening to me. Ask yourself, can you be so proud of your country and where you are? You may be so proud of it, but in what way? In leadership, can you? In development, can you? In technology, can you? May God bless Africa and save us from the bad leader.